I love watching movies, especially rom-coms. If you couldn't tell from my last video, which you should definitely check out by the way, but rom-coms genuinely feel like the perfect feel-good, pick-me-up movies I like to watch to lift up my spirits or at the end of a very long day. But recently, I've been looking through and looking a little deeper into some of my favorite on-screen couples, and I realized a lot of them have one thing in common, that they're all low-key cheaters. So in today's video, I want to go over some couples who fall into this trope, why cheating is so common and romanticized in movies, and finally why cheating should not be romanticized or normalized, plus the psychological effects of being cheated on. Honestly, I feel like I didn't catch this as heavily when I first watched a lot of these movies and TV shows, but a lot of our favorite romances actually begin with cheating, which can include emotional cheating, physical cheating, or both types. This one really breaks my heart because I love this couple so much. But one of the best examples of emotional cheating on screen is none other than Anthony Bridgerton and Kate Sharma. These two characters are from Bridgerton, and in the show's second season, Anthony Bridgerton is betrothed to Edwina Sharma, who is Kate's younger sister, but he still has this very obvious attraction to Kate, which is the real love story of the season. And the show plays this off as irresistible chemistry with stolen glances, hand brushes, witty banter, all of that. But if we really look at what's happening, their entire situation is emotional cheating. The narrative invites us to root for Anthony and Kate anyways because they're framed as soulmates. And we see them as the people who truly understand each other, which is the main justification media uses to dismiss cheating. And as I've mentioned before, I think in my Emily in Paris video, we can tie all of this back to the idea of the scarcity principle. Because their love is forbidden, every small moment feels amplified, and it makes audiences very invested in their tension rather than Anthony's safe match with Edwina. But they are essentially built upon cheating, which isn't the best look for your main characters. The second offender of this is The Great Gatsby, which was one of my favorite books from my high school literature classes. In the book, the main character, Jay Gatsby, he builds his entire life around winning Daisy, who is an old flame of his, and she's already married to this man named Tom. Tom, I will admit, he is abusive and he's already having an affair of his own, which contributes to the readers rooting for Gatsby and Daisy. And their affair is painted as something that's tragic, faded, and romantic, a critique of the American dream, sure, but still often read as one of the greatest love stories. This situation is a bit more nuanced because there's so much infidelity going on already with Tom. I honestly think I could make a whole video just on The Great Gatsby and analyzing it, but that's for another time. But getting back to what we were saying, essentially, Daisy cheats on Tom, her husband, Gatsby deceives everyone, and the collateral damage is huge. But Fitzgerald writes Gatsby's longing for Daisy with such intensity that readers often forget that their entire romance is sustained by infidelity. The two of them represent nostalgia and idealization and the entire allure of these two ideas. Gatsby isn't really in love with Daisy as a human being. I think he's really just in love with the idea he has of her frozen in time. And the cheating gets romanticized because it represents a fantasy of reclaiming lost love. not an honest relationship.
And who am I? That's not a secret I'll never tell. You know you love me. XOXO. Gossip Girl.
The third and final offender of this for today's video will be Gossip Girl. And I've honestly gone back and forth with this show. Like, I love it and hate it at the same time. I think I did finish it, or I got at least to the 5th season, but there's just so much. The relationships are all really messed up. There's a lot to say. So obviously there's Serena and Nate's fling behind Blair's back at the beginning, and later on there's Chuck and Blair scheming their way into each other's hearts while dating other people. And Gossip Girl as a whole really thrives on romanticized betrayal. The show makes cheating look very, very glamorous. There's rooftop kisses, dramatic confessions, and of course secret rendezvous that look like Vogue photo shoots. Like, I have many complaints about Gossip Girl, but one of the biggest things I love about it is the whole aesthetic. It's just so fun to watch because of that. Throughout the show, the audience is encouraged to root for passion and mess, not hurt and fallout. We don't want to see Serena and Nate as backstabbers. We want to see them as star-crossed lovers breaking free from the wrong relationships. And of course, there's always Chuck and Blair, which are definitely, I think, bigger fan favorites than Serena and Nate, because I think not many people like Serena, but we all love Blair. But Chuck and Blair have never had a good relationship. Like, oh, I should definitely make a video on them because they are so, so toxic. But obviously, we love watching them, even though a lot of their buildup was through cheating on partners that they had. So, not the greatest look for them. I think all of this reflects the forbidden fruit effect, which is very similar to the scarcity principle. Basically, this describes when something is like taboo, it feels more desirable. The show capitalizes on that by making scandal and betrayal the fuel for romance. And what's wild is we don't really call it cheating when it's dressed up in love story packaging. The genre tells us this wasn't betrayal, this was destiny. So, why is cheating everywhere in media? Well, there are definitely a few good reasons. First, narrative tension. Psychologically, humans are drawn to forbidden desire. There's research that shows that scarcity and obstacles make us value things more. So when two people shouldn't be together, every look and every touch feels more charged. Filmmakers know this, and they use cheating as a shortcut to create intensity. Second, it's an easy way to create drama without a clear villain. Nobody wants to root against the charming lead couple, so instead of making them bad people, movies frame the other partner as bland, mismatched, or just not the one. The way the audience feels okay for cheering for infidelity is because true love justifies it. And third, there's the cultural aspect. Media often reflects our fantasies, not our realities. Cheating in film lets us explore desire, danger, and the thrill of being chosen above all else without having to face the real-life fallout. But life isn't a movie, and there are real-life consequences to cheating. In real life, cheating is not drama. It's one of the most painful betrayals a person can experience. Being cheated on often leads to symptoms of trauma, which include hypervigilance, intrusive thoughts, and loss of trust. Psychologists even compare it to PTSD because it shatters your sense of security. There's also the attachment theory at play. If someone already struggles with insecure attachment, infidelity can reinforce fears of abandonment and make future relationships harder. And beyond the individual, there's the community impact. Think of kids who see their parents go through infidelity, or even friends who get caught in the middle of all this. It ripples outward. So while movies wrap cheating in very, very high stakes, dramatic kisses, swelling music, all that, In real life, it often means years of healing, therapy, and rebuilding. Now, I'm not saying that every love story has to be squeaky clean. I mean, messiness is human and drama is part of storytelling. But when cheating is constantly glamorized as a sign of true love, it sends the message that betrayal is just a stepping stone to happiness. The truth? Healthy love is built on commitment, communication, and respect. And media that celebrates that while still being fun and dramatic has just as much power to captivate us. We've seen it before and we can see it again. So yeah, next time you watch a rom-com or a binge drama and you see the whole cheating equals love trope, just remember it's great for narrative tension, but not so great in real life. Cheating is not proof of destiny, it's usually proof of dysfunction. And while movies can make it look romantic, the psychological toll is very real. But what do you guys think? Do you feel like cheating can ever be justified in a story? Or do you find that it ruins the romance? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I am very curious to see where you all land on this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.